Fantastic Four.
I just need like a loop of you doing that. That'll be like
new
our
ringtone.
That'll be like our elevator music. Welcome to another edition of Popcorn Bucket List, and I'd just like to send a message to Stephen Colbert if you're out there listening. If May comes around and you're still looking for a job, hit us up.
We got a chair for you.
Yeah, I mean, we probably won't put you on camera or anything like that, but we can, maybe make him a writer.
Yeah, we can give him something.
Just give him Carter's job.
We can
maybe.
give him some. Yeah, that would be pretty nice.
Something like that, maybe. Anyways, so obviously it's been a kind of a crazy week in media and all that sort of stuff.
It's been a wild week.
But we don't got time for that here. We got a new Fantastic Four movie coming out here.
Fantastic Four. I love that song.
I know you do.
It's so good.
I know you do. I know. And it is very 60s. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So, we'll talk a little bit more about Fantastic Four first steps here later on in this episode. But let's just move right into our opening spotlight here. Fantastic Four is known as one of the earliest superhero teams in comics. Not the earliest. I feel like I should put this out there. They were inspired by the Justice League. I'm just saying. Justice League #1.
DC,
right.
baby.
I just had to put that out there. But, it did kind of usher in this new age, especially on Marvel's side of the introduction of superhero team-ups and everything like that. So today, we're going to do a little edition of what we like to call the good, the bad, the underrated.
Ooh, let's go.
In the topic today, superhero teams, we're going to talk about some other ones that we think, like the title suggests, are some of the best, some of the worst, and ones that we don't think people talk enough about in honor of Fantastic Four. So, I didn't really leave a lot of parameters here in this one, just as long as they were somewhat of a group together, and they kind of represent some sort of heroic ideas. We'll do supervillain teams another day, probably, I'm sure. But, I wanna end this one on a positive note. So we'll actually end with the best, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Plus, I feel like the reason why they're underrated is because nobody talks about them enough.
Yeah.
Let's give them their time in the spotlight here, first and foremost.
I
think that's fair.
Let's go.
So let's just move into the discussion here, starting with underrated. Basically, the superhero team, like I said before, that we feel like no one really talks about enough, despite their power and heroism. Mr. Meyerberg, what do you got for your pick?
Well, you might think this is controversial, but I think Coon and Friends is one of the most underrated superhero teams. You might say, well, they don't seem like superheroes. Mysterio is a superhero. And whether you want to agree or not, he is a part of Coon and Friends. You have Tupperware Man. You have the Coon. You have... raspberry mint
crunch,
or crunch,
crunch, something like that.
Yeah. I like it, and I think it's awesome because, first off, South Park's great. Also, we talked about Stephen Colbert earlier. Paramount did their whole deal, went through or whatever now. So, new South Park will be streaming. I don't remember if it's this week or next week, one of the two, but
I think it was scheduled. Well, it was scheduled for
a
few weeks ago.
It was scheduled like a couple weeks ago, but...
and then I think it's finally going to come out this week. And then like you kind of mentioned, there's a new deal. It's supposedly going to be 10 episodes each year here now. So
awesome.
What and Paramount and CBS is just a mess right now.
Yeah, it is a cluster.
Yeah, we need the Coon and Friends.
We do
to sort them out now.
And people kind of laugh about it, but you have to remember they had a video game that came out about them. There's multiple episodes about them. I'm sure there's a comic book somewhere of that. If you can have movies, TV shows, games, all kind of restaurants, I'm sure there's a comic book of Coon and Friends out there. So that's who I went with because it's kind of that superhero satire. Awesome. Can't beat it. Well, actually you can, but it's really good.
My most underrated, and they didn't really have a name, so I kind of named them, the Sidekicks from the movie Sky High.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they show up at the end there. They saved the day, and Kurt Russell kind of says at the end, let's just call them who they are, heroes. But I feel like calling them the sidekicks is kind of their form. Like they are sort of the underrated people who are kind of in the back of the crowd of high school, but can excel in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of a commentary on schools. Sometimes school districts don't know how to necessarily bring out the potential in every single student. It's not, one size fits all, so to speak. It took sort of a different scenario and a different situation than they were being taught for them to sort of, in one instance, actually shine.
Mm-hmm.
Pun intended for the light bright kid. But I think they are a pretty good group of kids. This is also just kind of my way of saying, hey, let's get a Sky High 2 going. I want to see where these guys are now. Did they actually become a team? Did they go on to have regular lives? What's going on there?
Yeah.
I want to see that a little bit. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Sidekicks, self-titled, trademark pending, from Sky High. But, sometimes, even though they're heroes, sometimes they don't always do the best of work, unfortunately, try as they might. So let's talk about some of the worst superhero teams. Not a team of villains, like I said before, but a group that claim to be heroes, but maybe not the ones you would want to trust to save the day. Would not be your first pick here, maybe. So what do you got? What do you got for that one?
I'll let you go first.
You want me to go first on this one? All right. Mine's a little bit more of a deep cut. I'm going to call the New Warriors from the Civil War comic book arc in Marvel Comics. These are the guys who essentially kind of start the Civil War accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
And they do so by battling villains that they were way unqualified to fight while filming a reality TV show.
Yeah.
And it led to the death of like 600 people, including a bunch of school children, because they fought it outside of an elementary school. Mm. These people should not have been heroes, or should have at least had a little bit more supervision. And the whole reason why the Civil War arc, the reason why Captain and Iron Man were fighting each other, the reason why all this dark stuff in the Marvel Universe happened is because these guys just decided, hey, we're going to make a reality show, and we're going to take out a guy with the power of a nuke. Yeah. I don't trust those guys to help out on a daily basis. So, I'm going with, there's different versions of the New Warriors and all that, but the ones at the beginning of the Civil War arc in Marvel Comics. So that's my pick. Ryan, what's yours?
Well, don't get mad at me. I'm going this just based off movies because I've read comic books, but I wouldn't call myself a comic book aficionado. But you know who I didn't care for and who I would not trust?
I have a feeling I know where you're going with this just because of what you said earlier before we were filming, but...
The Eternals.
Oh.
You thought I was going to say the Marvels, didn't you?
No, I thought you were going to talk about Shazam and company.
Oh, no, I said that to throw everybody out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the Eternals. All right, tell me about the Eternals.
I just don't feel like they're real superheroes. It's as bad as that sounds. I know in the comic books they've done some awesome things, but that movie, the only character really that I cared about and wanted to see was the Green Knight or the Black Knight. Was it Black Knight?
Yeah,
Kit Harington's character. That's the only one I wanted to see. And all of that just out the window. They let the Eternal come and fall in the ocean, and they might have saved one planet. They might have saved us for a little bit, but I just felt like, oh boy, this was not good. And that's why I wouldn't count on them for anything.
I mean, it is hard to argue against that argument when multiple of those heroes were like, yeah, let's let the world die.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like one or two. It was like three of them.
All of them.
Granted, Kumail Nanjiani, he at least was like, all right, I'm just not going to be in this fight, but I'm kind of like, let it be what's going to be.
Yeah.
And then, faux Superman is like, no, let's go. Let's have it happen. Leroy Jenkins, let the planet blow up here.
Yeah.
So, as much as I've defended that movie, I'll agree with you. That team is not.
Yeah, and I'm not a big comic book guy, so I don't know all the lore and everything that goes with it. But it's like, I wouldn't trust them for anything.
Let's end on the best of the best. A little bit of a positive note here. Favorite or best superhero team, one that you think is the most powerful, does the most protecting, all that sort of fun stuff here. You want to start off with this one here then? Or?
I am. This might be a controversial pick too.
Oh, boy.
I'm going with the Dawn of the Seven from The Boys. Homelander. My guy. I think we are starting to see the 7 come around and be good people. Okay.
You couldn't even finish it.
No.
You couldn't even finish it.
And be good people. Okay.
I will say Black Noir is super strong. Homelander is super strong. The Deep can do the whole Aquaman thing and a little bit more if you want to say so. But you said the best. I like them and I enjoy them. And I get more joy out of watching them than the Justice Leagues or the Supermans or the Marvels. And they're my favorite. I like them. I think they're awesome. Homelander's a wild dude, but that's what I like about him. I like characters that aren't quite so perfect. They're a little more flawed.
Yeah, but one of those flaws is homicidal maniac that has laser vision,
Yep.
borderline serial killer. It's a little bit more than a flaw.
True.
Is it even 7 anymore, or is it just like?
No.
I feel like the last I saw of him, there was only like 3 of them in that room.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. But it's just, and same going back. I like satire. I like the funny. I like it.
Okay. I mean,
Well, what was the you said?
I guess I didn't really have a lot of parameters with it.
It said like just who's the best.
Because I thought it would be pretty
whatever.
self-explanatory.
Yeah. Homelanders. Do you think Homelander could beat up Superman?
He let the plane just crash, dude.
I'm
he
just
didn't even
saying.
try to attempt to save anyone.
Homelander and Superman in a fight. Who would win?
Okay, then Superman, because he would catch that plane and fly it out of there.
No, I'm
Homelander
just
just
saying-
looked at it and goes, "Oh, I can't fly a whole plane. What am I doing?"
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but he's not a hero. Yeah, everyone died.
But if
Superman
Homelander,
caught a plane in Superman Returns.
that's true. But if they fought each other, who would win?
Homelander ran away after taking a few punches from Soldier Boy. I'm
That
saying,
was pretty cool,
I'm
though.
saying though, but I'm saying though, like Superman lands a few good punches on him. Once Superman realizes how indestructible his opponent is, he is holding back like 95% of the time. It's only like foes like Darkseid and like Mongol and all those sort of like big alien.
Galactus.
Well, I mean, Superman doesn't face Galactus because it's a different universe.
Yeah.
You trying to outwit me with comics here? You trying to hit you swing at the master, you better not miss, son.
I was swinging.
You better not miss, son. Yeah, this is the guy who wants to pick the best superhero team, comic aficionado over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Superman
7.
for the win, by the way. I forgot to mention my new
Yeah.
t-shirt, by the way.
I like it.
Bought it just for this.
I was gonna say the boys, but they're not really superheroes, but they kind of are.
They
But
save more lives than Homelander.
That's true. That's true. But I like the boy, or I like the 7. And everything that goes with it.
All right, you know what? That's on me. I didn't put enough parameters on.
You should have said they have to be good people, or they have to be
I
a
thought
good
it was
team.
I thought it was implied.
It was the best team.
I feel like I thought it was implied. All right. So, yeah, Dawn of the 7, that's your best superhero team. Going on to my pick here, then I guess I feel like everyone, just assumes I'm going to pick the Justice League.
Yep.
And they're right. Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Justice League.
I'd pick them over the other jabronis too.
There's a reason why the 7, even though they are being satire towards a lot of Marvel stuff and storylines, the look of that team is very much Justice League.
100%.
It's because the Justice League represents a modern day pantheon of gods and monsters. This is something James Gunn has kind of referred to with this new DCU that he's doing. They are the new pantheon. They are the 7 members of that's like Zeus and Hippolyta and all that, and Ares and all that sort of stuff. They're modern day, and they have all these powers. I say this not jokingly. I'm 100% serious with this. They would beat the Avengers 9 times out of 10.
Oh, I agree 100%. The Avengers aren't that strong.
They're really not. They have a few gods on their roster.
Yeah.
But we are talking about intergalactic, someone who are part of an intergalactic police force. You got Superman. Wonder Woman could take on most of the Avengers just by herself, by the way.
She would dominate
The Flash
Captain Marvel.
The Flash has time traveling powers. Like, it's not even close. If there is a team I want protecting the Earth, it's the Justice League. They are, and this is why that movie was so disappointing, because it just didn't get what the Justice League is. It was just, the movie made it seem like, okay, it's just a bunch of friends in the backyard. We're going to join together and create a club.
Yeah.
You know, no, these are gods and robots and
Robots?
literal like reality bending people who are just regular schmucks. You know, that's one of the things I don't necessarily like about the Avengers is like, yeah, they've got their powers and everything, but outside of that, they're kind of celebrities. Tony Stark is, you know, a hero, but he also kind of likes the fame.
Yeah.
Barry Allen's The Flash, has saved the universe multiple times from destruction, but he's also just regular old Barry Allen.
Yep. Well, and people would argue kind of like the same way with Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that's why I like Spider-Man. And that's why when he is part of an Avengers team, I always do kind of like that and everything too. Yeah. But
and I think that's why people like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Because they're just
from a universal standpoint, they're just a bunch of Joe Schmoes just hanging out.
Yeah.
Saving the universe. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going Justice League all the way there. No surprise.
Good pick.
Yeah. And would definitely beat the 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Try. We'll have a diehard debate, and I will destroy you. All right. So there's tons of superhero teams out there. I mean, the toughest one for me was underrated. There was like a few I was really batting around, and so there's a lot of picks out there. If there's any other superhero teams that are sort of your favorite or some that you think are underrated, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know your favorite superhero team. And who would win in a fight, Homelander or Superman?
That's a good question.
Let us know that too, what you think. Hey, we talk a lot about movies on this channel, but sometimes the ones we talk about aren't the most accessible. That's where the Marshall-Lyon County Library comes in handy. They have a great collection of physical media, as well as a couple of online services with many, many options for movies, TV shows, and documentaries. It's easy. Just get your own library card at the Marshall-Lyon County Library and gain access to their large variety of movies, TV shows, and of course, books. Also, be sure to check back every month as we here at Popcorn Bucket List make specific movie recommendations based on a monthly theme. So head on over to the Marshall-Lyon County Library for some of our favorites and check out the channel to get even more movie recommendations. And now, on with the show! But with that, let's move on to one of the OG super teams. Talk a little bit about that here in their new movie. It's time for the weekly preview. Friday, July 25th. Go ahead and do your song thing.
Oh, I was just going to hold it for.
Yeah, I know, but I know you want to sing it again.
Fantastic Four!
Yep, there it is.
It's awesome. It's so good.
Yes, this is set in the 1960s. 4 astronomers gain powers and become Earth's best protectors. This is tested to the limit, however, when a new threat named Galactus arrives.
Can't wait.
Why'd you laugh at that?
I was just singing something in my head.
Oh, okay. I thought I like mispronounced something.
No,
I was
no.
like, did I say protectors wrong or something?
I was just hoping my voice didn't crack, and I was trying to remember if it did. And then I was like, I don't think it did, because I would laugh then. And then I started laughing.
I was making sure I didn't say something stupid, I guess.
No.
But so yeah, hopefully the 4th time, technically the 5th time, is the charm here. It would be kind of ironic if the 4th Fantastic Four movie is finally the one that's good.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I am super pumped for this movie. I can't wait to watch it. Can't wait. I purposely haven't watched. I think they released a new trailer like a week or two ago. Haven't watched it yet because I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, similar with when Superman came out, they were releasing a bunch of like little clips and scenes and everything before the movie came out. I was avoiding those a lot. I'm doing the same thing here.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen a few of the early trailers. I've thought to myself, yeah, I think this is going to be good. Kind of when I determine if I think a movie's going to be good, I'll try and stop watching all the stuff after that. Because I think that is kind of what these trailers and these clips are kind of for, is to convince you this is going to be a good time.
Yeah.
And once I'm kind of convinced of that, I'll stop. If I continuously watch your new trailers, that's not necessarily a good sign. Let's just say that. But yeah, I've tried to avoid a lot of the new promotional materials here as well. We mentioned this is the 4th time, technically the 5th time. There was an unreleased Fantastic Four movie in 1994. And for those who have seen it, which by the time this video comes out, I will have hopefully seen it. I did find a bootlegged copy, I suppose. It's weird because the one that isn't released is the one people have called the best. which is tragically ironic.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if you're in a high school sport and your coach is like, look, kid, you didn't look good in practice and tryouts. Looking back on it, what we did put in there, you probably were the best, but you're still going to be on the bench.
Yep.
We're still not going to put you in the game.
We're still not going to put you in the game.
They still, someone out there has a decision to release this movie officially, and they just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the toughest part about this is arguably these characters are like some of the most popular and have some of the most history in Marvel Comics, which is why I think it's sort of tragically unfortunate that this like a good cinematic movie hasn't been made yet. I always kind of remember when like Stan Lee died, I was kind of like, I mean, he left a pretty big legacy, but I know Fantastic Four was one of his favorites too. It always kind of felt weird that he never got to see a good Fantastic Four movie be made.
Yeah, and that's true. And like I've seen a majority, I think I've seen all of them except for the one that you're referring to, and there hasn't really been any that were like, wow.
Not even like passably good. Like Rise of the Silver Surfer is probably the best one by comparison just because that one's shorter.
Yeah.
I guess. And so you suffer through it a little less.
Is this kind of like a little bit of a rehash of that? A little bit? Because Silver Surfer's in this.
It would be, yes. It would be that storyline.
That
Silver
storyline.
Surfer first coming to Earth, heralding Galactus, and then the Fantastic Four having to stop Galactus, basically.
Because Galactus wasn't in Rise of the Silver Surfer.
He was. It was just a different form.
Oh, okay.
They made him that stupid space cloud.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yep.
One of the most awesome, most powerful-looking characters in all of Marvel Comics. Let's make him a space cloud. Space cloud, whatever. So, yeah. We're kind of talking about this movie like it's almost a done deal. It's going to be good. I mean, I think I've said this before. There's no way it could be worse than what we've had before.
Correct.
I never want to say it's going to for sure be good because I don't want to jinx it. It's almost got to be, right?
And it's going to look good. It's going to sound good. Just off the Fantastic Four theme song, it's going to sound good. And to be honest, you have Pedro Pascal. He's kind of riding high right now. I think there's if this movie's just decent, it's going to be perceived as really good.
The bar for a good Fantastic Four movie is so low that I do think it's going to clear it. So it's kind of one of those, like, whenever you see a sporting event, again, just bring that in. You see a team like, okay, they're going to win. The question is how much.
Yep. And I agree, too, also saying that not just with Fantastic Four, but with Marvel. They've kind of been in a little bit of a lull.
Yeah.
And I think, hopefully, this will be...
Marvel needs a win.
Yeah.
Marvel needs a win. So I think it's time for another edition to play a little game we like to call Guess the Cameo. Is there going to be one?
I think there's got to be. Has to be.
The question is, what, though? And is it going to be, like, in the movie, or are they going to wait till, like, an end credit scene?
Ironheart.
You think Ironheart's going to be?
I'm just kidding. It ain't happening. No. Should we make some predictions?
Yeah, let's just make some crazy wild bets. You thinking a sorcerer's going to be in it? Specifically Strange or Wong or
Wong?
Okay, you think it's going to be Wong?
Yep.
I think that's a better bet too. He's been doing a lot of little one-off things. He's been kind of behind this, doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
putting together some new teams here.
And I like him.
I
want
think
him to be
it's
in
good
there.
too.
Who's directing this?
I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, so it's being directed by a guy by the name of Matt Shackman. Trying to see what else he's done here. Looks like he directed a few episodes of WandaVision. He directed an episode of The Great. He's directed a few episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, perfect.
And he's directed 2 episodes of Game of Thrones.
Does it say which episodes?
It just says 2017.
Okay. Well,
so that gives me fairly
hope.
Early.
That gives me hope. Yeah. Like I said, hot take, Game of Thrones ended the way it should. It was good. I liked it.
And he did direct an episode of The Boys.
Oh, let's go!
Okay, I'm going to bring your mic down a little bit. Sorry.
This might be the dude. This might be the guy that saves Marvel right here.
Matt, we're counting on you.
We're counting on you, Matt.
It's all on you, buddy. So I guess, all right, as far as a cameo, I don't want to say this as a guess, but it's almost like a wish. Spider-Man has always been fairly connected to the Fantastic Four. In fact, I think there was a run there where he actually was a team member, either Johnny, aka the fire guy,
Human Torch.
Thank you. He either died or he left for a little bit, but like Spider-Man joined and was like one of the four. So he's always kind of been entwined with them. I don't know how they would sneak him in, especially considering how this is set in a different universe, different time period.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to have a Spider-Man tie in there, though.
That would be pretty
Again,
cool.
no idea how.
Even if it was like one of the other Spider-Man tie, like that would be cool.
New one, old one, whatever you can get your hands on, really. So I don't know. I don't. Obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I guess the real ultimate question here is, are we going to see any RDJ in this? Doctor Doom. He's the main villain for Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Did they have enough time since last year to get him recorded into this movie?
Did they have enough time? It's Hollywood. They can make it happen.
But is he going to be in it?
Don't know. I'm excited to see Ralph as Galactus.
Yeah.
I like him, and I like his voice, and I like yeah.
Yeah, needless to say, I think we're very much looking forward to this one, for sure. So, but that's not the only thing coming out here this weekend. Also a long-awaited sequel, Happy Gilmore 2, coming straight to Netflix. 29 years after he redefined the game of golf, Happy Gilmore picks up the club once again to make an epic comeback. I mean, looking at the trailer here, pretty much everyone in the first movie who's still alive is returning to this one here. Speaking of that, though, kind of, people have kind of passed and everything. I did see an interview recently. Adam Sandler talked about how they kind of had a different story and plan here. Then Carl Weathers unfortunately passed away, so they kind of did have to do a rewrite of I don't know of how much of the movie, but it seemed like it was a significant amount.
Yeah, I'm sure because he was a kind of an important part of the first movie, and it's kind of one of those nostalgia things. People love Carl Weathers. So, like, I would be willing to bet they had to change 40% of the movie or so and change story beats and whatnot. But I'm just happy the gang's getting back together and they're doing this. And they're making it for Netflix, which I think in the climate that we're in, I always say don't put movies on Netflix, or at least don't release them on Netflix or bring them to theaters. I would say this one I'm totally okay with going to Netflix, and I don't think it's going to affect it or bother it, or people are going to watch this because the people that loved the first one, especially that it came out when they were younger and all that, they might not want to go to a movie theater to watch this. This is more of a nostalgia trip than it is, hey, look at this awesome movie we made. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just feel like they waited way too long to make this movie. I mean, two of the funniest characters in it, Carl Weathers and Bob Barker, unfortunately can't be in it now because, unfortunately, they've passed away.
Yep.
So, out of all the things that trailer was obviously recreating as far as the original movie, you couldn't recreate the two funniest parts, in my opinion. So, as far as sequels who waited too long to be remade or continue, this one I think passed its expiration date.
I agree with you. I think it is overdue, but I don't think it's bad. Like when you cook a pizza for like a minute or two over, it's still pretty good. But if you leave it in the oven for about 10 minutes long, it's toast. It's garbage. You can't eat it. I think we're right in that little golden, it's a little bit done, but we'll take it. It's going to be good anyways. That's a great analogy.
And I think, to add to your great analogy, this pizza was expired about 10 years ago, and we waited 10 minutes longer to cook it. So,
I hope not.
I just think if you were going to do this movie, I don't know, even like just a few years ago would have been fine. I feel like when Adam Sandler was kind of having that comeback when he came back to SNL and all that too. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see if that one's any good. But yeah, both those coming out here this weekend. And as always, let's wrap up this episode like we usually do with some number one recommends. I'm
gonna go first.
What?
I'm gonna go first.
I know. I have you listed to go first here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Making sure we're sticking to the script.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a bad feeling about this, but what he's going to do here. But yeah, let us know what you're recommending this week.
I'm recommending season 3 of Squid Games. I had no idea this came out recently. Maybe that's because I'm not on social media, so I don't know these things sometimes. But I saw it was out. We started watching it, and it took a little bit to get back into it. But, yeah, I'm really liking it so far. I want it to end. I love the games. They're interesting. They're unique. Yeah, so check it out. If you've seen the first 2 seasons and really liked them, check this one out.
All right, yeah, my number one recommend here, I mean, obviously by the shirt, I think you can kind of tell where I'm going with this. Yeah, Superman. I've watched it actually twice now. Obviously, we took a little bit of a break after Superman week and everything like that because of stuff going on, and so I had a chance to see it twice. I liked it even better the second time. There was stuff that I kind of questioned or thought, okay, this will be kind of interesting to think about, that I liked even more the next time. I liked the action a little bit more the next time. I love David Cornsweet even more than the first time as Superman. Yeah, to me, this just checked all the boxes. It got the hope, inspiration of Superman right, but it made him struggle a little bit more than I think we've seen him do in Superman's past. The soundtrack is awesome. Granted, it's kind of riding on the coattails of the old soundtrack, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I always like to say. Crypto was really interesting and funny. I enjoyed Crypto even more than I thought I would in this. Yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot for me to nitpick. I mean, I could nitpick, I suppose, here and there, but I don't know. This was a good start for a new DC Comics property. And yeah, I kind of like where it's going now. So,
yeah.
Anyways, you said you had questions?
Yeah,
or something?
one, you said you saw it in IMAX.
I did.
What theater did you go to?
It was one over in Rochester.
Good experience?
Yeah, I'd say it was good.
What was it compared to regular theater?
I would say the flying scenes
Looked awesome.
a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, I think the sound quality in that theater was kind of built a little bit better too in IMAX and everything as well. So, yeah, it just kind of looked a little bit brighter and thinking I think it was mainly the flying scenes they were doing that for. So
cool. Because I was this close once I heard they were selling tickets for the Odyssey next year. I was like, oh, maybe I should find a IMAX theater that's close.
Yeah, I'm going to that theater. Well, because the reason why I went to that one is because a friend of mine had just moved there and had mentioned it. I was like, oh, well, I can watch Superman in IMAX. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Odyssey's next year. Yeah. And I even told him, I was like, yeah, mark your calendar next year. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to visit me, but I'm going to be here.
The only thing is I'm going to, if they're going to play it in like a 70 millimeter IMAX like they did for Oppenheimer, because they
you seriously going to drag a bunch of people with you?
Yeah, if they want to. Yeah. I had a blast.
I know you did, but it just seems like so much of a hassle.
It's a hassle, but it's good to be a part of history.
Okay, but you did it once.
Did it once? That count? Yeah. How many people have climbed Everest twice?
I don't
only
think
the
a lot
cool
of people.
ones. Only the cool ones.
Okay, fine, whatever. I don't know if has anyone. Okay, you
I'm
continue with your thing.
sure there has. I'm sure there has. But there's also, I know there's a 70 millimeter theater in the cities. They don't always play it, but I went up and watched The Hateful Eight. I want to say it's AMC Southdale. I think they have a 70-inch or 70 millimeter film projector. That's pretty cool.
Okay, so yeah, quite a few have actually climbed Mount Everest more than once. So yeah,
cool ones. You put up the
about 1,670 people. So I feel like it gets a little less.
That's
it
a
feels
lot
like
of people.
it's a little less cool.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, is Mount Everest that hard to climb? If that many people are doing it multiple times, I'm just kidding. I would never try it. I would never. This is PBL live from Mount Everest.
Yeah,
we're halfway there, and we just lost Carter. Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna do it for us here on this episode of Popcorn Bucket List. If you need a little bit more Fantastic Four in your life, we kind of referenced the 1994 movie. We're in preparation for this new one. A couple of us are gonna go and watch that a little bit here. We're gonna give our thoughts on it. So be on the lookout for that video here in the near future. Not really sure when I'm gonna post it, but hopefully sometime this weekend. But yeah, should be a little bit of a movie history fun there.
There you go.
Never have actually seen this movie, so I'm curious what the so far best Fantastic Four movie looks like. But yeah, for myself, Ryan, and Carter, We'd like to thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the movies.